Unveiling of the Homeward Bound Trucks Reveal press conference.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to start by thanking the media for being here. We can't thank you enough for continuing your coverage of this case, as we know how much it's impacted this community and the family. So thank you all for being here. I want to start out with some introductions today. Obviously, I'm going to shorten it up because we have quite a few people representing here today. But I'm going to start over here with my FPD staff. I've got Sheriff Andy Creech with the Payette County Sheriff's Office. I've got Chief Gary Marshall with the Payette City Police Department. And I've got Chief Mike Eway from the Ontario Police Department. To my left here, I've got Captain Cy Armstrong with FPD. I've got Kerry Gordon with the Washington State Patrol. What? Sahota, I'm sorry, Cam. Cam Sahota with Camway Transportation. Brandy, Tyler, and Bob, the Vaughan family here with us today. So thank you. Sorry about that, Cam. I'd just like to quickly cover the context of this case, and I know I do it every time, but we may have some new listeners and some people just kind of tuning into this thing, as it's huge. So since the evening of July 27, 2021, the Fruitland Police Department, the Idaho State Police, the FBI, Idaho law enforcement agencies, and law enforcement agencies across the country have investigated the disappearance of then 5-year-old Michael Vaughan. We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and our investigation remains very, very active. We know that Michael Joseph Vaughan was last seen near his residence on Southwest 9th Street at approximately 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, July 27th of 2021. Law enforcement received the first 911 call at approximately 7:21 p.m. and we issued an endangered missing person alert to the area and to area residents seeking the community to help be on the lookout. Information was sent to the law enforcement nationwide through the National Crime Information Center regarding Michael's disappearance, and he was entered into the State of Idaho Missing Persons Clearinghouse and National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The Fruitland Police Department, Payette Police Department, Payette County Sheriff's Office, and over 100 law enforcement officers and from federal and state local agencies converged on our small town of Fruitland that night. Physical search efforts were conducted by experts from the Idaho Fish and Game, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, both Fruitland and Sand Hollow Fire Departments, and immense citizen help. Our search included over 3,000 acres of farm ground, 29 miles of riverbank along the Snake River, 250 residential homes, outbuildings, septic tanks, garbage cans, vehicles, irrigation ditches, and drain canals. We used fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, sophisticated drones. We used boats, sonar, specialized canines, kayaks, and paragliders. We served over 30 search warrants, and we continue to review hundreds of hours of security and other data, and we've logged tens of thousands of hours as we continue to work this case. Our department has processed over 1,200 leads, many of which we've been able to clear, many of which we are still working on. We've had a lot of law enforcement across the entire country and internationally help us chase down some of these leads. I'd like to note that after a year-long thorough investigation, the family is not a focus of our investigation at this point. They are continuing to fully cooperate with us in all of our efforts from the investigation standpoint.
Okay, I wanted to focus on what J.D. Huff just said right there. The family is no longer a focus of this investigation. So anyone who still thinks that Tyler or Brandy had anything to do with Michael Monkey Vaughan's disappearance, please stop that now. The law enforcement, Fruitland PD, is telling you they have been cleared. This is an abduction. This is what they're looking for. They're looking for this little boy all over at this point.
Today, as members of this community, we continue to agonize with the family, and we continue to dedicate our resources to bringing Michael home safely. We believe that the continued distribution of this story will generate more attention and more tips and help us get this thing, get some resolution to this case. So there's no tip that's too small or benign that we won't investigate. With the help of Tanea Parmenter with the Idaho State Police, we're excited to partner with the Washington State Patrol's Homeward Bound program and Camway Transportation to carry Michael's information across the country on semi-trailers like the one I have behind me. We know that exposure along the interstates and highways and the roads of this country will help bring new leads and potentially help us bring Michael home safely. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Carrie Gordon. She's with the Washington State Patrol, and she's going to be talking a bit about the Homeward Bound program and our exciting new partnership. Carrie?
Thank you, Chief. As the Chief mentioned, I work for the Washington State Patrol. I manage the Missing Persons Clearinghouse, and I'm the Amber Alert Coordinator for Washington State. I'm essentially Tanea's counterpart in Washington. So the Homeward Bound program was actually started by the late Trooper Renee Paget. She sadly lost a battle with blood cancer a couple of years ago, but this program was Renee's vision, and it was brought to fruition in 2006 with then Gordon Transportation. With Gordon, the program featured, at one time there were 27 children featured in the program. And each child had between 3 and 5 trailers traveling around the country with Gordon at the time. So a lot of exposure for these cases, and a lot of tips and a lot of new information generated for these cases for law enforcement, and that's our goal. So I'm here to continue with Renee's passion, and so we're very excited to be able to partner with Idaho and bring some more attention to Michael's case and to help his family spread the word and get information out about Michael. So to us, the important part of this entire program is the coordination and partnerships that we have with all of the various law enforcement agencies that are represented up here, as well as the Idaho State Police, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and our various states' clearinghouses that border your state here. The trailers behind me are going to be seen by millions of travelers on highways around the country. And so imagine how many eyes are going to see this trailer as it travels throughout its journey. And this is one of what will be eventually 3 trailers that will feature Michael and Cam, who's going to speak right after me here shortly. And his company have committed to this program for as long as it takes and for as many trailers as we need to bring attention to these missing child cases around the country. It's a fantastic partnership. We're very proud of what we're doing, and I just want to ensure the families and law enforcement that we are not going to stop. That is what we do. That is why we do what we do every single day. I've been doing this particular job for 10 years. I've been with the patrol for 31 years, and this is the most important job I've ever had. And the importance is that these are our children. These are kids, and they're our most valuable asset that we have in our communities, and we need to make sure that we provide them with the most attention that we can give them and bring them home to their families who are waiting for them every single day, every minute. So I'd like to introduce Cam Sahota. He is the owner of Camway Transportation, and he has been a very valuable partner to me. And I also want to recognize Cam's wife, Harneet, who is not here today, but she's been my logistics contact and to help me get these trailers on the road and to get them at events like this today. So, Cam?
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Chief. Camway Transportation is a trucking company and freight brokers based up in Blaine, Washington. And since we started the company in 2008, we've always been centered around giving back to the communities we serve. And when the opportunity to be part of the Homeward Bound program was presented to us, I thought it was an amazing opportunity and something that really aligned with our values as a company. And moving freight and moving trucks down the road is something we do on a day in, day out basis. But being able to do a little more, a little extra, give families hope, bring awareness through the featuring children on the side of our trailers is something that's near and dear to myself, my wife, my other partner, our whole company. We think it's an amazing cause, and we bring additional hope, and we think that there's through this awareness, that we can assist these different agencies that are working very hard to try to help the families and bring kids home. So we're really, really excited to be part of this, and just the hope it gives everybody. You know, it's a big world. We're all parents, and anything that we can do, anything we can do to bring awareness, anything we can do to bring hope to these families, is, I think it's worth its weight in gold. So we're very thankful to be here today and be part of this program, and we want to thank everybody for coming out and the media to bring additional awareness to this, and Idaho State Patrol and Fruitland Police Department and all the other agencies mentioned, Washington State Patrol, for doing this and going above and beyond. So thank you.
Thanks, Cam. So I'd just like to follow up, Cam. I just want to tell you how thankful we are and grateful for your continued generosity and your involvement in this case. I appreciate your long-standing partnership with Homeward Bound, and it's an incredible program. And I think it's really going to help us, and I can't thank you enough. To the Vaughan family, this has been an extremely long and emotional road. You don't walk that road alone, right? So I could never fathom how you and your family have suffered. However, I assure you that the Fruitland Police Department will continue to earnestly investigate this case, and everyone here today is a part of your community and a part of your family. We will never stop looking. You need to know that. And so with that, I'll take a few questions if you guys have any for me. Go ahead.
Can you elaborate a little on where the trucks will be traveling?
You know, I think I'm going to defer that to Carrie or Cam.
Yeah, so the trucks will be traveling all over. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. The trucks will be traveling all over the U.S. and Canada, but our primary routes are the western 7 states. And so this particular unit is on its way to Denver, Colorado after our unveiling today, and we'll probably come back through Idaho again from Denver back to Washington.
So I just have a follow-up to that too, Alex.
Yes.
So the western 7 states, I'm assuming are Idaho, Washington, Oregon, California, Utah,
Arizona and Colorado. Yes, thank you.
Also, so you said, I believe Carrie said that this look here is going to be on 3 trailers for now?
Yes.
Okay. And I'd love to be able to read my own handwriting. That would be fantastic for my own part. Is this a unique, do other transportation companies do this in the United States that we're aware of, or is this a unique operation?
Yeah, I don't think any other companies do it or of any scale.
That we're aware of.
That we're aware of, but we think that it's a wonderful idea, and it's good. It's good to get the word out, and we're going to continue, as Carrie mentioned, to spread the word and commit 100% to the program.
And I had one more actually. So is this the first time, Cam, that you all have done this, or have you worked on other cases before as well?
So right now there's 15 trailers, including this one trailer, that are with 7 different children that are featured right now, and then in the next month there'll be 2 more trailers that feature
Certain cases.
yes, Michael's picture. There'll be 2 more trailers, exact replica to this.
And how many years have you been doing this for?
We started this in 2018, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll be happy to continue to expand the program.
Right. And are these trailers going to carry typical cargo, or are these dedicated to getting the message out?
No, they do. Our company mainly specializes in food and retail. Right now, this trailer is full of ice cream. It's destined to Denver, Colorado.
How appropriate.
Yes, so we haul all kinds of different food stuff.
I was just curious what they did.
This one's for the chief. So if you're partnering with them to get Michael's face out across the U.S., is that because you believe that Michael was taken somewhere outside of Idaho?
I think the best answer for that is we don't know where Michael is at this point. So could he be out of state? Yes. So I think the best way to get Michael's information out there is definitely going to be on these forms of transport that travel from state to state, potentially into other countries. So.
I have a follow-up as well. I don't know if you can speak to this, but there's been rumors that Michael's scent was traced near the freeway. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
I'm not going to comment on that.
And at this time, what are their latest message to the public? What's the latest they want the public to know as the search continues?
As we continue this search, the public just needs to know that we want them to be aware and vigilant. I mean, we're still receiving tips on a daily basis. I mean, every day we're getting new tips. And so we do know that the message is getting out there. I just want them to remain vigilant. The last thing we want is for the coverage of this case to fall off, because Michael's still out there and somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. Either information's been omitted or they're just not bringing it forward. So I would continue to encourage those people that have any idea or have any information that may lead us to the safe return, that they bring that information forward. The reward stands. It's still active. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. Any other questions?
Is there like a solid lead right now that you're actively working that looks promising to you?
I hate to be so cagey with my answers, but it is a criminal investigation. I will just tell you that there are a multitude of plausible leads. So, and it's just something that it's a painstaking task, and we're in here every single day. Every single day, we're working this case. So.
And is there any way that you could publicly confirm that Michael was knocking on neighbors' doors when he went missing, or do you not think so?
I'm just not going to talk about the details of our investigation. So real quick, if we don't.
Okay, Brandy's going to speak for a moment here, but I wanted to know, this was very appreciated. First of all, the first question or two was a little bit difficult to hear, but they are trying to work on improving their presser so that you can hear the reporters' questions as well. But there's also going to be they're going to put out a B-roll, they mentioned, to the media as far as this Homeward Bound program is concerned. So I'm going to include the link to that also in the information of this video. But let's get back and hear what Brandy has to say.
I don't have any more questions. I did want to just take a brief moment and allow Brandy to make a brief statement. I believe she has something that she would like to say. So I think we'll just take a moment and do that. Brandy, if I can get you for a minute. You betcha.
Thank you all for being here today for Michael and our family. This is amazing and beautiful, and we want to thank all of you, all of the officers, all of the agencies. You guys have keep working so hard, and we're gonna get him home. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna find him. And every outside agency that's helping, thank you. It's a blessing, and whoever has Michael or knows anything and has information about Michael, please come forward. We need him home. We need our baby. Please. Thank you to the community and extended communities that continue to support our family, and law enforcement, all of the agencies that are helping to bring Michael home. They stand strong, and they stand with us, and we stand with them. So if you are seeing this, please, if you know something, please, if you know anything, please say something. You can be anonymous. There's so many avenues. Please, everyone, help us get Michael home. And Monkey, we love you, baby. You're coming home. None of us are gonna give up, I promise. thank you all for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you, Brandy. So with that, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I'd also like to let my media partners know that we do have a B-roll from Homeward Bound that we can get a link to you guys. We can get it to you after this press conference. And then I also want to let you know that the truck will probably be leaving in roughly 10 minutes. So if you wanted to make sure your visuals are set up for that at that time. Other than that, I think we'll conclude. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Yep.
Okay, if you guys notice at the end, well, first of all, Brandy speaking there, it really did bring, tears to my eyes. It hurts your heart. It really, really does, that this little boy is still missing, you guys, and we need to do all that we can, as, through social media, and, as you know, I'm a YouTube creator and I'm on Twitter, and all of you guys know who are on Twitter and Facebook and what have you, and anybody who, who travels or is in that Idaho area or anywhere. I mean, really, he could be anywhere at this point, let's just be honest, but it's we need to get his picture out there. We need to continue to get his face out there. And again, I want to make sure that everyone heard Chief Huff basically told everybody today, the family has been cleared. They are no longer suspects in little monkey Michael Vaughan's disappearance. And if you noticed, and I froze it right here, he just went over and hugged mom and dad. He hugged Brandy, he hugged Tyler. And they have just been cleared by the Fruitland Police Department. So I know there's still some folks out there who still believe that his parents had something to do with it. His parents had nothing to do with the disappearance of their little boy, their 5-year-old boy who has now been turned 6 in the time that he has been gone. Little Michael just needs to come home to his family. Someone took him away from those that he loves, and we need to get him home. We really, really do. And I'm going to also share again the poster